Hi, my name is John, sports therapist at Shield Clinic. The following video is a muscle activation technique video. If you don't know what muscle activation technique is, I explain quite a bit about what's going on during the video, but essentially it is a assessment and treatment protocol that has been developed by a very specialised gentleman. I'll put a link to his website in a comment box. But if you've been struggling with different muscle problems, either if it's a weakness, a tightness, or you just feel like you haven't got the power that you maybe have had in the past, this isn't just for athletes, I might add. This is for anybody. If you find walking up the stairs difficult, then this might be really the technique that's going to make the difference for you in later life and in current life as well. It's an instantaneous technique as well, so you should be making changes if you do this right. If you have any questions, like, subscribe, and comment in the boxes below. Thanks very much.
So I've got Jill here, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to test her core strength. Now, for me, the core strength is all about what happens in here, not how much of your body you can control at the same time. So this is a great test to see if your core is working properly. Jill, can you just raise your leg up off the bed for us, and then just bring it out slightly there, and then just twist your leg there. Now, what I'm doing with this is I'm isolating. It's called the psoas muscle. Okay, and I'm going to ask Jill to just keep it there and try and stop me from pushing you down. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
2 fingers. 1, 2, 3. And unfortunately, she doesn't have much strength there. So we're going to test the other side as well, just to compare and contrast. Just going to keep our leg there. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1 finger. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. So what I'm going to test for now is how painful her muscle activation point is. So can you just pop your hands back down by your side? Now I'm just going to feel just a little bit there. Now I don't know if you picked that up there, but there was a little bit of a groan in there. So the other thing that's going to happen with this is if this tightens up, it's going to send off loads of other messages to other parts of your body to tighten up and to stop them working as it should. So I'm just going to say, right, how tight are your hamstrings?
I'm guessing they're pretty tight.
They are pretty tight. So tell me when they feel tight.
There.
So on the camera, if it's at a bit of a dodgy angle, this is about 90 degrees. It's just shy of it actually. And then if we try on this side as well.
There.
So that's pretty much bang on 90 degrees. Now, if I could affect that without having to stretch the hamstring at all, that would be exactly what I'm looking for with these muscle activation techniques. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub your tummy there. I know it's not very pleasant. This is the thing. You can scream if you want. There's only me and you in the room. Yeah. When you've got a pressure point, there's loads of people tell me pressure points and tender points. Well, there shouldn't be there in my book. Pressure points are there because pressure's built up. And what we need to do is get rid of that build-up of pressure. And by doing that, the body will work. Are you okay? Good, good. I bet you should never signed up for this now, don't you? So if my interventions worked, I'm definitely going to be able to see if our core muscles are tighter, stronger, and also if our hamstrings are looser. Now, I haven't touched the hamstrings, and I was just a very good actress at the end of this, or maybe this muscle activation technique will start activating muscles that have either been switched on and too tight or switched off and not working strong enough. You okay?
Fine.
Keep breathing. That's good. Now, if we just test the strength in there again, keep your leg there, stop me from pushing down. How does that feel?
I feel stronger.
Good, good. And that could be acting, it really could be, but I can assure you it's not. Stop me from pushing down on this side. Better?
That's better.
Good. Now, with the hamstrings there, we're just below 90 degrees and 90 degrees on this one, correct?
That's right.
So if this was to go beyond 90 degrees, that would be really, really good. Are you okay? You weren't expecting that, were you?
That one lifted right up.
It did, yeah. I mean, I know this side lifted up as well, but the fact that you can actually get it beyond there is pretty awesome, isn't it? It's keep going.
It's fun,
Not really, but if you try and keep this one down, so and that's completely different now.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's no wincing, so that's really, really good.
I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't think Jill enjoyed being in the video, but I did catch up with her a few days later, and she was amazed at the change that had happened in her body. If you noticed during the video when we did the first test and pushing our legs down, they really didn't want to hold, and I was able to push it down with one finger. The second round of testing, it was still a little weak. I would have liked it better than that, but certainly there was a significant change, and she was able to hold that the push. And the hamstrings, that's actually just a side effect from the treatment. Our hamstrings were significantly improved, and even after that few days when I did catch up with her, she was still able to touch her toes quite happily. She was actually able to get her palms onto the floor, having previously been a couple of inches off the floor. So she made a really, really big improvement. it's not just Jill that made the big improvements, it's everybody. If they go through these techniques, it does make a huge difference. I'll upload some more videos, but if you do like what you've seen today, please, like I said, subscribe, and ask questions. I love answering questions. I'm sure there's going to be lots of personal trainers on here who think, no, that's not how to do it, or physiotherapists who maybe don't understand the technique. Ask away. If I can be of any help to anybody, whether it's somebody with a problem or somebody who's just confused by this, then please ask.